Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Yolanda Sihlali, and today I'm covering the terminologies LGBTQI, A, X, Y, LGBTQI plus community terminologies. And this is Teta ngazo zonke ngaphansi kwalento ne-deep conditional. And this was covering zonke ne, but I'm just gonna cover a few. This is mostly for the straight people who don't know what the hell we're talking about, and some will give clarity to people within the community. But what is what? Okay, well, I guess I'll be doing it in alphabetical order, except for like a few which I thought I should put together. So yeah, let's just get into it. Bicurious. We have these people, they exist in our community. I'm gonna start with bisexual. Okay, a bisexual person is a person who's emotionally, physically, sexually, and otherwisely attracted to both male and females. You don't have to necessarily be attracted to them 50-50. You can be into women 60% of the time, or 80% of your sexuality is an attraction to men, but that 20% counts for something, so you become bisexual because you are somewhere in the spectrum of 10 to 90% attracted to both genders. Most of us, I don't conform to the term bisexual, and I think as I go down the line, my term I think will make sense when I get to it. But to simplify it for other people, I'm bisexual because I date women and men. Predominantly I date women, but I do date men. Okay, then I go back to bicurious. So a bicurious person is a straight person, so a woman who's attracted, who dates men, or a man who dates women, but then they are curious about sexual intercourse with women. So we get this a lot. I would get this sometimes when a straight woman would want to be with me just to explore what it is that we do. I guess she wants to orgasm because yeah, so a bicurious woman is a woman who is straight but would like to explore sexually with another woman. And then a bicurious man, same. It's not an attraction that is beyond the physical and the sexual. Okay, this is a term that is used for by men, especially gay men, bottom and top. So a bottom is basically someone who is okay with being dominated in bed. So they are usually submissive in bed, and then a top is the opposite of that. They are usually dominant in bed, and they're usually attracted to submissive men. And then there is a switch. A switch is someone who can be top and can be bottom. Women have tops and bottoms too, but I don't think it's as deep as it is with men who date men, because the sexual dynamics of it are different. So that is what a bottom is, and a top is the opposite of that. Butch. I just wanna set this straight. Butch does not entirely state that you are lesbian. People have the mistake of thinking because someone is called butch, they assume they're lesbian. They can't be bisexual, they can't be straight. Now, what a butch person is a person who is masculine presenting, either by the way they dress, by their personality. You either have a masculine personality, so you can wear a dress and still be butch. Or you have a masculine mentality. Okay, masculine mentality, I said that. Or you have a masculine physical appearance, meaning that you dress masculine. So as a woman you wear men's clothes. Maybe your body structure as well is masculine because perhaps you work out or whatever. So butch people are not exactly lesbians, though lesbians have adopted the term and made it their own, and they think that only lesbians are supposed to be butch. You can find a straight woman who is butch. A man, especially in the gay community, a man can be a butch too, because you find femme men, right, who are like, and then you find butch men who are more masculine. But I think the term butch is more relatable to lesbian women who are masculine presenting, and people make the assumption that if a person is butch, they only date women and they only wear pants and they are the man of the house. No. I could say I'm a little bit butch now. So think about it as Umdu who only sees me I guess on YouTube, and you would assume that I'm not. But it's not only about the physical appearance, is what I'm trying to say. A dyke is a masculine lesbian. I guess a dyke is what most lesbians think is butch. And dyke, the word dyke is only for lesbian women, unlike the word butch. And then femme is not the total opposite of a butch, but it kinda is like the counter to butch or dyke. It's a feminine presenting woman. Even here, you don't have to be straight to be, you don't have to be lesbian or bisexual to be femme. Straight women who are feminine presenting, who are flamboyant, wearing lipstick and nails and all those things that girly girls do, are also considered as femme. But I guess this is how lesbians try to differentiate one person from the other. Heteronormativity. I had to like pull myself towards myself to be able to say this word. Heteronormativity. The assumption that everyone is supposed to be straight and that it is normal to be straight and everything else is abnormal. The assumption that heterosexuality is superior to homosexuality or bisexuality. That is what heteronormativity is. Homophobia. Do I have to talk about this one? Maybe. Homophobia is basically hatred towards homosexuals and bisexuals by speech or by actions, or just neglecting umdu because of their sexuality, or not acknowledging them as humans because of their sexuality. Lot of lesbian women, especially butch and dyke women, experience homophobia within their own homes. Guys, like our own mothers and fathers being homophobic to their kids. So it's a real issue. And actually tomorrow there's this girl who was killed, and tomorrow it's his bail hearing. So by the time I post this, I'm supposed to be saying today because I'm posting this on Monday the 6th of July 2020. So there's a trial, a Kailicha court bail trial for a homophobic attack that was done to one of our people. She was killed, I think, somewhere up Kailicha by someone just because she's gay and she's butch. And I think butch women and dyke women experience this the most compared to feminine presenting women, I guess, because they are more visible to being gay, and men tend to think that they are the reason why feminine women are lesbian instead of dating them. Anywho, that's homophobia. And intersex people, I won't talk too much about this. There is a girl, Ubabara, she's a YouTuber. She's very popular on YouTube. She is intersex openly, and she talks about her journey as an intersex. So I think before I get, like, instead of me getting in too deep of what intersex is, I am not, and I can't speak too much about it, but it is basically a person who has a combination of chromosomes, hormones, and internal sex organs or genitals that differ from male or female. Organs that differ from the two expected, which is male or female. So this person actually has a combination of a lot of things. Maybe they have 50% or 60% or 70% of women hormones and 30% of men hormones. So something happened when they were being made genetically that gave them more than one sex. So they become intersex. But for more information, because you can obviously see I'm just reading that, I don't know it personally. I think you should follow Babala. I'm gonna link a video where she talks about being intersex. Pansexual, attracted to all gender expressions. So I believe I am pansexual. I don't know, maybe I just don't want the term bisexual, and no offense to anyone who uses the term proudly, I personally just don't feel that represents me enough. So I believe I'm pansexual because a bisexual is attracted, if a bisexual woman is attracted to women, either straight or lesbian, or men, straight or bisexual men. Okay, straight or bisexual lesbians? What am I saying? Okay, a bisexual woman is attracted to women and men. So a man that is straight, a man that is attracted to women and a woman that is attracted to women, that's what they're attracted to. But pansexual, I can be attracted to a gay man. I was at a friend's party like a few days ago, and this other gay dude was very attractive to me. Yeah, well, so then I do not really qualify as a bisexual because hardly ever a bisexual woman attracted to gay people. So I think pansexual says it better. Stone butch, stone femme. Now, a stone butch and a stone femme are basically touch me not. Basically, bango touch me not. You do get stone femmes. I'm friends with one. So it's rare. Trust me, Bangmabile is stone femmes, which is stone femmes are feminine presenting women who do not want to be touched sexually by their partner. So they don't want to be penetrated, and they don't want maybe to be they don't even want foreplay. They are very much satisfied with doing you. When you guys are having sex, they are very much satisfied. They come from just doing the things to you. I also come just doing the things to you, but that's not the point. A stone butch, it's the same thing. I guess a stone person is a person who just doesn't want to be touched sexually. They would rather be the ones who are doing the things to you. So they also exist in femmes, because I feel like we all believe that Kuko is stone butches, but no, there are stone femmes as well, guys. Corner. A stud, my fellow South Africans. A stud is an African American masculine presenting woman. Okay, African American or Latina masculine presenting woman. So Tina Apemzansi, Jamas Manis is dads. I guess we can adopt it. Why not? Because I feel like studs physically presents a little less masculine than Butch or Dykes, but it's the same thing. It's just a stud is a Butch or a Dyke that is from that is African American or Latina. It's got nothing to do with us. We are not studs. But if you want to be a stud, you are a stud. Then the last one, queer. If I don't identify as pansexual, I definitely identify as queer. And I feel like instead of calling it the LGBTQI, community. We should be calling it the queer community, because queer, the term queer is an umbrella term that covers everything of the alphabet community. So a queer person can be a gay person, a queer person can be a lesbian person, a queer person can be a bisexual, pansexual, everything. Queer is basically covering yonke into. Yeah, well, it's also just a way people use to say I am not straight. So umtu would come to you and say I'm queer. They are basically telling you they're not straight, but they're also not gay, and they're also not lesbian, but they could be lesbian and they could be gay. Just don't assume that when I say I'm queer, I'm lesbian. I could be queer because I also date women and I also date men. Or I'm queer as a man because I also date other men and I also date women. So the term queer, yeah, that's what it is. It's an umbrella term for everything else. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video, comment, share. Tell me what your thoughts are. Tell me what, maybe if something is not clear, ask questions. I'm very responsive. I mean, how can I not respond? Like, how many subscribers do I have? Remember to subscribe, please add. And it's funny, yes, it's so funny. But I totally understand, because sometimes I watch a lot of videos of a person before I end up subscribing. A lot of people who are watching my videos are non-subscribers. Why don't you subscribe, darling? Really subscribe. Like, just, it costs you nothing. Just click the button down below. Thank you for watching. It was fun. I'm gonna do another video about another story very soon, so stay tuned.